Did you know? Dragon Ball Z has many references to real life throughout the series. The 7 Dragon Balls are based on the 8 balls in Hakenden, a famous Edo-era Japanese novel. In Hakenden, often translated as Tale of 8 Dogs, Princess Fuse conceives during a mysterious union with her father's dog, Yatsufusa. The resulting offspring are shown as 8 green crystal balls issuing from her body. Each ball contains one Chinese character denoting a Confucian principle, and they disperse into the air. Akira Toriyama, author of Dragon Ball, stated that the reason there were not 8 Dragon Balls like that in Hakenden was because he would have hated for the Dragon Balls to share the same number as the reference. Kinkai's pet monkey, Bubbles, is a reference to Michael Jackson's pet monkey, who is also named Bubbles. Majin Buu and the 2 alien wizards who accompany him, Bibbidi and Bobbidi, are a reference to the magic words used by the fairy godmother in the 1950s animated feature Cinderella. The 6 dots on Krillin's forehead are scars from a type of Chinese medicine therapy known as moxibustion, similar to those that appear on Shaolin monks. In the episode A Black Day for Planet Earth, East City residents in the vicinity of Vegeta and Nappa's landing site speculate and converse about what should be done. One suggestion to notify the police is countered with,
"Yeah, right, what'll they do? They'll just say it's a weather balloon."
This is a reference to the Roswell UFO incident of 1947, after which the 8th Air Force general officer of the time explained that a weather balloon had in fact been recovered by Roswell Army Airfield personnel rather than a flying saucer. Certain characters in the Dragon Ball Z anime were changed or outright didn't exist before certain sagas. Cell, the insect-like antagonist, was not originally part of the Android saga's conception. Kazuhiko Torishima, Toriyama's former editor during Dr. Slump and early Dragon Ball, expressed dissatisfaction with the first 2 androids, 19 and 20, and later 17 and 18 as villains. In response, Toriyama came up with the first form as Cell, the one we now know as Imperfect Cell. When his editor at the time, Yu Kondo, saw Cell and described him as being ugly, Toriyama made it so that Cell could transform based on the characters he absorbed. Goku's father, Bardock, and his team were not originally designed by Toriyama. Often regarded as Toriyama's right-hand man, Kazuyoshi Nakatsuru was given the task of designing Bardock and the crew for a then-upcoming special in 1990. While certain characters remained relatively unchanged, such as Jaga, who would later become Totapo, Toma's hairstyle was changed. Pumpkin had a slightly changed name and design, and Corn, named Selipa, completely changed. Because Toriyama was enthralled with how the TV special went, Bardock would be inserted into the manga continuation of Dragon Ball from that point on. For Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, scriptwriter Yusuke Watanabe originally envisioned the main antagonist, Beerus, as a much more villainous character who took the form of a lizard and infected others with evil. Toriyama changed his design from a lizard to that of a more Egyptian-themed cat, giving him a more playful, godlike demeanor. The cat design was inspired by an old Cornish Rex cat who was living with Toriyama at the time. The cat became seriously ill, but miraculously recovered from the illness, prompting the vet to joke that the cat was some kind of demon. Did you know there was a lost OVA? In August of 1993, Dragon Ball Z's side story, Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, was released for the Nintendo Famicom. The game released with 2 VHS visual guides. These were essentially fully animated, voice-acted versions of the game, no different than any other movie or special in the franchise. The plot revolved around the co-inhabitants of the Saiyan homeworld seeking revenge for their destruction, primarily through the Destron gas, which is quickly killing all living things on Earth. A new villain named Hachiak was introduced for the Z-Fighters to face. Hachiak was responsible for the Ghost Warrior versions of the fighters facing Earth's heroes. The OVA would be reworked and receive new animation from Bandai's ill-fated full-motion video type console, the Palladium, in December of 1994, expanding on the choices the player made, but was more compressed and pixelated. Despite releasing on Bandai's Palladium console with some new animation and receiving its own soundtrack, the 2-part OVA didn't show up on DVD until the release of the Japanese Dragon boxes, where it was included as an extra, though not remastered. In August of 2010, Namco Bandai confirmed that with the release of Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2, Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans was going to be reanimated and recreated for the game, with Hachiak being a playable character. Even though the story was reanimated and brought back into the fandom, to this day, the original 2-part OVA has never been officially released, subtitled or dubbed, in the West. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you also check out digiknowanime.net, where we post anime-related trivia every single day. And also, check out TeamFourStar.com for the latest Dragon Ball Z abridged material. And also, check out this MasakoX guy's anime review site, anifalreviews.com. It's pretty awesome. It's got no muffins though. Sad face. Catch you later!